Yes, from a recusal basis, I suppose, if, if, if I were elected, obviously any cases that I have now in my office, I would be turning over to other lawyers. And if those came up to that level of the Court of Common Pleas, and I don't know whether they would or not, but I do have about 6 or 7 litigation files going at all times. Now, oftentimes those things end up settling, but if they didn't, I would obviously have to recuse on those. If my homicide case that I'm actively involved in now, I mean, I certainly hope it gets tried before January 1 of next year, although at the rate we're moving, I'm not sure, because it's had a number of continuances because of conflict counsel. One of the problems we're facing in the county is with the escalation of crime and the interaction of some of the gangs and things, a lot of the criminals are interrelated, and the public defender's office has to conflict out to bring in a lawyer who's going to represent them, who's independent, and now we're bumping into the conflict counsel having conflicts. So for my homicide case, I've had 4 attorneys on the case on the defense side already. So we were slated to start, we should have started in May, now it's June, and I understand defense counsel's filing a motion to continue us to the fall. That would be a case, obviously, that I'd have to recuse myself on. I don't think there's a certain type of case, though, that I would have to, but there are going to be definite ones that I'll have to recuse, and there'll be people, I suppose, who come before me that I'll have to recuse myself. I have some good friends, Joe Buckowitz, if he gets in trouble or decides to sue somebody, I'm godparent to one of his kids, and he's to mine. So I've the chairman of my campaign, Andrew Cornell, is my neighbor and really like a brother to me. Those close relations, I would be recusing myself.
Well, what about the, all of the townships that you've represented, the school board, the Crestwood, the backup for Dallas, Jackson Township Zoning Board? I mean, how do you handle that? There are obviously lots of people involved. You've been hired by these people who work,
right.
I imagine probably every city and county in the country, big and small, runs across this, where people who have practiced a long time and had a wide variety of issues that get dealt with are going to have all of these interactions with various people. How do you handle that?
Rich, I think you're right. I mean, the more experienced you are and the more breadth to your practice, the more issues that can come up. I'm going to know people and I'm going to know municipalities that come before you. There's a recusal process, and I think if the lawyers feel that there's a reason that I should recuse, then they'll have to raise it. But people who know me know that I'm beyond reproach, and unless there's an issue that I've been involved with, a specific case, I don't see that as an issue. I'm going to serve as a judge that when you come into my courtroom, it's an even playing field, and that's the way it should be. And I'll know people, there's no question about it. But the best thing to do, I think, and I've told people out on the campaign trail, if you want to get to know me, because it's hard to get to know, I mean, I was amazed when I marched in 2 St. Patrick's Day parades, how few people I knew as I looked out in the crowd. I mean, it's a big county, right? And there's a short period of time to get our message out as to who's experienced. You have to try to talk to friends who might know me. Talk to the Bar Association. I mean, everybody knows lawyers. Talk to them and ask whether they think I would be fair and impartial. I'm confident that the answer of the bar would be yes.